We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Van. I am with the Mika from Red Cup Talk with Mika. That's what it's called, right? Red Cup Podcast. My bad. Pop. Yeah, that's who I'm with. I'm with Mika. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. That's the only price of admission for our live streams. Now we're going to put her in the hot seat today. She did a video where she said some things about Democrats dealing with, concerning last night's address from President Trump. I thought the joint was. Y'all gonna get my thoughts in a minute. All right. Some of y'all might be mad at me at the end of this. I promise y'all right now. But a lot of y'all hopefully will be mad at Mika by the end of this. All right. Because last time she kind of did better than me on the podcast, but I'm hoping that y'all are mean to her. No, I'm not. Hit the like button. Let's check this out.
I have to protest. It's so mild-mannered and so like there's no masculinity over there. Like, what's happening? Like, I digress. Now, on to Ratchet Crockett. Now, the video I made yesterday talked about the newcomer that's challenging Ratchet Crockett in her seat, okay? And how he called her basically a social media influencer, that she really doesn't have any policies. She doesn't vote for anything. She doesn't sponsor any bills. Like, this is all she does is boister on social media. And right before Donald Trump's address, this was no different. She's dancing to Kendrick Lamar, that version. But at the end of the day, like, this is what our tax dollars are going to, for her to do all of this. And just like my man Sheldon Daniel said, like her $200 nails, her $400 wig, her $900 lashes that, she just keeps fluttering in our faces. This is what we're paying for. Her to dance in Congress, just dancing. Like, you can't make this stuff up. Y'all keep voting for this. Please vote that woman out. I keep telling you, this woman is ratchet. And it got even more ratchet from there. This is what Ratchet Crockett posted after her and her gang got up and left.
He's hearing all kinds of nonsense and bullshit. Let me just be real. And we weren't gonna sit for that shit. We wouldn't. We showed up. And if he had some sense, then maybe we would have been about that life. But y'all know he ain't got no sense. So please give some love. This took a little bit of coordinating to do for sure. We got some cool shirts. We got Madam Williams.
All that non-coof, all that ratchetness. Y'all really voted this woman in. Look at her. I don't know if her eyeballs are open or not, because you can't see them. You can't see them. The lashes is doing too much. Like, they're doing too much. You guys voted in the most ratchet person in Congress. This woman doesn't know what she's ever talking about, okay? She doesn't know foreign policy, because if she did, she would know that Bill Clinton has a very good relationship with Putin. All she talks about is Trump is piling around with Putin. Trump is piling around with Putin. Girl, go sit down. When I tell you that Ratchet Crockett just kept going and going and going, she kept going, and she posted these things as if they were good.
This is not what we should be doing. I don't even know why we fighting with Greenland. Why we fighting with Greenland? We fighting with Canada. We fighting with Mexico. Yet we in love with Putin. What is happening? Like, this is not America. This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up, because I'm ready to get on with it.
What is she talking about?
Wait a minute. Did she say somebody slap me and wake me the F up?
I told you.
Hold on. Somebody said that they're not receiving any sound. What's going on? They should be. Let me know in the comments if you don't have any sound.
Maybe your audio is low.
Yeah. Please check, because everything on this side seems to be on point. But I want y'all to check that out on your side too. Y'all already know how I feel about this. Do not get me all anxious thinking that I'm not doing something right. God dang it. That worked. So anything you had to do is leave and then come back in. So YouTube, come on, bro. YouTube, really? We doing our part. They shouldn't have to leave and come back in for the audio to be on point. We need them to hear all of this heat that Mika is giving to Jasmine Crockett. Right? She's spitting some fire. She is. Hold on one second. I need to take this back just a little bit because I need for y'all to hear what she said about Trump. First of all, they left out her and her girls after they danced their asses into the State of Union, well, into the address. After they danced into the address off of Kendrick Lamar, they snuck out earlier. They snuck out early while Trump was still in there talking. And they talking about, man, we ain't listening to that bullshit. All right, so she's bringing the hood rat out.
She's bringing the hood rat out. It's already there.
But she never even listened. She never even lived in the hood. I don't get that. Where did hood rat come from? It's just from black culture? From our beautiful black culture?
What she's ever talking about, okay? She doesn't know foreign policy because if she did, she would know that Bill Clinton has a very good relationship with Putin. All she talks about is Trump is piling around with Putin. Trump is piling around with Putin. Girl, go sit down. When I tell you that Ratchet Crockett just kept going and going,
listen to this, guys.
She kept going and she posted these things as if they were good.
This is not what we should be doing. I don't even know why we fighting with Greenland. Why we fighting with Greenland? We fighting with Canada. We fighting with Mexico. Yet we in love with Putin. What is happening? Like, this is not America. This is a terrible nightmare. Somebody slap me and wake me the fuck up because I'm ready to get on with it.
What is she talking about? She's cursing all over the place. I just showed you the video before this where she's talking about Donald Trump. She's cursing in that. This is your representation. Texas, this is your representation. Black women, this is your representation. Okay. I can see her lashes from here. All right. All I see is a wig and a lash. Like, that's all I see. That's your representation. Nothing of standards, nothing of substance, just loudmouth, bald-headed reasoning. All right. Yes, I'm going to put her in the bald-headed reasoning category, whether she's bald-headed or not, because at the end of the day, she has the same reasoning and she's Trump deranged. And frankly, for the last time, the woman is stupid. Now, after all that,
explain yourself, Miss Mika. You said a whole lot about Jasmine Crockett, some of which I agree, some of which I do not. I can't tell you what parts I don't agree with. Yeah, let me think about that. But for what you said,
there's absolutely no part that you disagree with. There's absolutely no part. There can't be. There can't be. Ratchet Crockett is indeed ratchet. Okay. Right? Like, there's one thing of cursing around your friends and things like that. But when you're representing, as she says all the time about Donald Trump, when you're representing the United States, you need to have some coof about yourself, right? She has none.
She seemed like she does.
Everything that she posts is just ratchet. Everything. It never has any substance. She's never talking about any policies. What does she talk about?
I think she does that because she thinks that she has to represent that side for some strange, odd reason, that I have to be flamboyant and arrogant.
I'm very animated and flamboyant. I'm pop culture Mika. Like, I like pop culture. I start out my videos with pop culture. So you can be in pop culture and not be dumb. She's just dumb.
People, hold on one second, Mika. All right, guys, leave out and come back in. If you just now join in, leave out and come back in. I'm hearing that fixed the audio. I don't know what's going on with YouTube right now. I promise you I do not. Anita, do me a favor, leave out and come back in and tell me if that fixed it for you. And somebody is saying that you're corrupt. Okay.
What does that mean?
I don't know, but you're corrupt. You know what I mean? I don't make the rules. Look, they said you're corrupt. I don't know what that means. Maybe that means that you're working in cahoots with Jasmine Crockett. Huh?
I would have longer lashes than these.
Bruh.
It comes with the, you're friends with her, you get a set of lashes.
All right. Well, if you're friends with Jasmine Crockett, you get a set of lashes with it, I guess. That's what Mika just now said. All right, guys. So is my microphone still hot? Is it still hot? All right, cool. I need to have y'all in mic check before I even go live because y'all really you know, my self-esteem is taking a hit right now.
It
All right,
happens. It's a live stream. It happens.
forget that. I've been doing live streams forever, for at least 20 years. My microphone need to be great.
20.
Great. You know what I would like to see? I would like to see you debate Jasmine Crockett.
Oh gosh.
I think that would be a phenomenal debate.
Yeah. Yeah, she needs someone that is going to go back and forth with her, but actually provide substance. Like I can sit there and talk about nothing in a circle, or I can actually give her facts. It just depends on what she wants to talk about.
Well, she would want to talk about how you voted for somebody that's a criminal, how you voted for somebody that's not doing anything that he says, how you voted for somebody who lied the entire State of the Union address, how you voted for somebody who don't like people who look like you. That's what she would say. And that's just this little small snippet of the things she would say.
Okay. And I would say, well, your constituents did the same thing. They voted for somebody that, doesn't like the people that look like them because you're getting illegal aliens in every day, right? You don't do anything for the people there. Most of your population in your district is 60% Black, and yet you're worried about the brown people coming across the border. Yeah, it's the same thing.
And everybody will say that you killed her if you did that. All right. And look what somebody said. Look what somebody just now said. Mika would spank the hell out of Ratchet. Stop meat riding. I think Jasmine Crockett might give her some go. I don't know.
The only thing Jasmine's gonna give me go on is how fast I can flutter my eyelashes. Because other than that, Jasmine Crockett don't have nothing on me, child.
Hey, don't be me ride Mika, okay? I'm the one that's supposed to be right today, okay? I'm just letting you know. When did it become a standard to be an image of pop culture in politics?
When did it become a standard to be an image of pop culture in politics?
Yeah, you understand the question?
I'm trying to get what he's saying about the question, but let me try to answer it the best way I can. So I think that everything that we do in our culture is pop culture, right? Politics is pop culture. Now, I separate it because, of the musical side that I come from. I separate it because you have things, like entertainment and other things outside of politics. But to me, it's all popular culture. Like what we're doing in culture, whether you like it or not, whether you like the culture or not, it's pop culture. It's what's happening in the time. So that's what I talk about.
Okay. And is that the standard though? Is that a standard? Are you setting a standard?
Well,
or
he said something about a image, and I guess he's talking. I guess he's talking to, Jasmine Crockett.
Ah, okay.
If I'm getting him right, and I would say Jasmine Crockett is that representation of the image in pop culture right now for Black girls.
Yeah,
and preferably for the 92% that is going to stay voting for Kamala.
Yeah, I think she decided to be the face. I think she sees some benefit from it. She loves the popularity. She loves the fact that people are saying that she's the next voice of the Democratic side because they don't have one right now. They're trying to decide between Timu, Obama, Jeffries, or her, Jasmine Crockett. But other than that, they don't have anybody else. I guess AOC, she's putting her hat in the ring for it. She's going all out to try to be the next person of color that is the voice of the Democratic Party. I guess they didn't already move Kamala out the way.
I mean, when you can't put two sentences together and you need a teleprompter, it's kind of hard to be top dog.
Yeah, well, can be unburdened by what has been. Al Green, that's what she used to say all the time. I used to like it. I used to piss off my people too. I'd be like, man, leave her alone. She not that bad looking. They be like, bro, whose side you on? I know.
She's not. It's her looks are not the problem. What she talks about is the problem. What she doesn't do is the problem. What she's never done is the problem. You leave it up to her. She says all her life she's done everything. All my life, I devoted my life to this. I devoted my life to that. Who's ever standing by her, that's what she's devoted her life to. So that's the problem with Kamala.
Yeah, that's the damn problem. I think her problem is also just deciding to play whatever role they tell her to play without thinking. Like, you can think, you can be your own woman. You was an attorney for all these years. You're very intelligent. You went to school and all this other stuff. You just come off.
I'm going to need you guys to stop using the fact that people have law degrees. Okay. These people are able to take tests. They are able to study. When have you seen the cases that Kamala has litigated?
I ain't need to see any. She talked about him. She said that she was
Yeah,
she was
she
their worst nightmare.
she talked about him all right.
She said she was their worst nightmare, and she did more against illegal immigration and crime than Donald Trump. And she said it with her chest. I ain't need to see no tapes. I believed it.
Yeah, she did more with illegal immigration. She let them all in. That's exactly correct. What she did in California, she did on a grand scale. You're absolutely right.
Well, she most certainly did. And that's one thing that you cannot get across to most liberals or Democrats. They don't want to hear that argument at all. They don't understand how detrimental that part of that administration was. And when we bring it up, it's a moot point at this point. They just want to talk about something that they can win. And most of the arguments they can't win, but they're very.
I was about to say, what arguments can liberals win? That's why you got your man right there with that cane yelling across the aisle. What arguments can you win as a liberal?
Well, speaking of this man with the cane that's arguing, could you bring us into this? Because what exactly is happening here? Is he known for doing this before? I mean, in other events and other meetings that they had? What happened here?
So you have Congressman Al Green here, all right? And he's sitting here just, yapping, talking about Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security, because he's saying that Donald Trump doesn't have a mandate and he doesn't understand why in the world Donald Trump would be taking away Medicaid, Medicare, and Social Security when he's never said that. They're Trump deranged and they just make up stuff to be triggered. And that's what you see here.
So he's standing up with all the vigor in the world, all of the pissed offness he can possibly muster. And he's throwing it at Trump because he believes that Trump is shutting down Medicaid for people and Social Security, which is not the truth.
Yeah, and he even admits that it's not the truth. But they're having budget cuts, and in their budget, he's saying that in order to cut the budget the way they want to cut it, they would have to cut Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security. But they never said that. So again, he's triggering himself to trigger his constituents to trigger everybody else.
Okay, well, let's see who can trigger the most people. I guess that's how they get paid. My brother says Audrey. Well, not Audrey. Audrey Larson. Sorry to say my brother. Pretty disgusting. The Democrats couldn't stand and congratulate a child with cancer.
Yes.
They decide.
Yes.
Now that's one thing I was telling you about. What'd you say?
Yes.
I thought that was
it was awful.
Yeah, I thought that was ridiculous. Like, they just refused. They said, we're not playing along the entire time. Like, they made it a pact. They made a pact before they walked in there and said, anything. We don't care if it's good, bad, or ugly. Even if they say that we did something great, we are not giving them any type of energy whatsoever. So that was disrespectful.
Yeah, it was disrespectful the whole way. And you see those women with the pink on?
Yeah.
That's the Democratic Women Caucus. They're for women's rights. Meanwhile, they didn't clap when a young lady was there that got hit in the head by a transgender's volleyball. He literally served it so hard, it hit her in the head and it caused her to be paralyzed. Mm-hmm. But they're for women's rights.
Wow.
They don't even know what a woman is. I don't understand how they're for women's rights.
They really aren't. Didn't they just now vote against the bill to ban?
They voted against it. They voted against it. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Wow. And then they came in the next day acting like they stand for women's rights. That's beautiful. That's politics. That's politics.
No, that's the Democrats. Politics is a little, tit for tat. This is just stupid.
All right, let me see. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. I know y'all already seen it, but I thought it was wild too. I was wondering if they was going to actually put him out, if they was going to put some hands on him, but I like what they ended up doing.
Members are directed to uphold and maintain decorum in the House and to cease any further disruptions. That's your warning. Members are engaging in willful and continuing breach of decorum, and the chair is prepared to direct the Sergeant at Arms to restore order to the joint session. Mr. Green, take your seat. Take your seat, sir. Take your seat. Finding that members continue to engage in willful and concerted disruption of proper decorum, the chair now directs the Sergeant at Arms to restore order. Remove this gentleman from the chamber.
Do we have any lip readers in here? What did he say?
I don't know, but I know Mike Johnson, he really wanted to say, sit your father.
Yes, before I make change.
Before I make change.
Hey, he got him up out of there, though. He definitely got him up out of there.
Yeah. He definitely
got him up out of there.
Which is great. But let's be clear. He knew what he was doing. He knew he was going to get thrown out. They know the rules, right? This happens all the time, right? It happened to Barack Obama, right? But at the end of the day, the Democrats just didn't throw that person out.
I mean, why didn't they just throw the person out? Like,
Because he's interrupting the president. The president is speaking. You know how Gamla likes to say, I'm speaking. The president was speaking.
Yeah. Try and be cute with it.
I'm speaking. Sir, I'm speaking. Okay. Well, guess what? The president was speaking. Out of order. They're out of order. That's what it is.
So, okay. So one other part happened in the State of the Union that I wanted to bring up to you. And I came across this earlier today. Where in the world is it? I never save these joints. Do you remember the part where Trump took a moment to point out the fact that no matter what I say, no matter what we're talking about, we just can't make this side of the aisle happy. You remember what that was about?
Yeah. He was just stating to the Democrats that, no matter what he does, these people are not going to clap, cheer, stand, congratulate. They're not going to do anything other than what they're doing, which was just sitting there stone-faced, and, trying to make it seem like that they're having some type of resistance to some type of cause, when everything that Donald Trump was talking about was a win for everybody, not just Democrats, not just Republicans, everybody.
I mean, but he did take some shots at the Biden administration. He took some shots at the Biden administration and Kamala administration. He didn't bring up Kamala. I didn't hear him bring up Kamala. I didn't hear him bring up Kamala. Actually,
you don't need to bring up Kamala. She didn't do nothing.
Yeah, she did nothing. She did nothing. She ain't stand by anything at all. At all, not one bit.
What did she do? Nothing. So yeah, you don't need to bring her up. Yeah, and I would take shots at Joe Biden too. He took shots at Pocahontas. He took shots at the Black Caucus. He took shots at a lot of them because they're all performative. They don't do anything. They just sit there and they boister. They put up their little bingo signs and say B5. I don't like Elon Musk, yada, yada, yada. They have their little shirts on that you used to get from, like the little Madness shop where it just press on. and they had stuff on the back. Like it was just foolishness, and dumb.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was too. All right. I'm not going to have Mika with you with us long because I started late. We were supposed to meet earlier, but I had some things. I was running around town with my guardian Diane. You know, every month she and I get together, and she tell me how Trump is destroying the world, and how the black people are being killed by the white people, and this Elon Musk.
Oh, how long you have to listen to that?
The whole time we're in the car. The whole time. And she's 71, and God bless her soul. But this is the thing, she's just telling me what she's hearing from MSNBC, and what can I do?
It's okay, Drugs. I was cool either way, but thank you.
See, look at y'all, man. And thank you everyone for the super chats. Y'all are so sweet. I really appreciate that. Y'all are dope. Now, something did happen that I wanted to bring up. I don't know if you've seen this already, but apparently Stephen A. Smith went on to The View, and Joy Behar tried to walk him into something that she thought was going to be in her favor. But turns out Stephen A. does pay a little bit more attention than they try to give him credit. And that was just a low light for The View, because just because someone comes on your channel and they're black, don't automatically assume that they are not only Democrat, but they believe every single thing you say, because every opportunity that Stephen A. is in front of a microphone, which is every single day, he lets us know, if he's talking about politics, that he did not vote for Trump and he do not support Trump. But then when he's talking to somebody who's a liberal, he let them know a lot of Trump's wins, and he don't know that he's not supposed to talk about those type of things in front of people like Joy Behar. What's the black white one on the show?
You mean the non-black one? Talking about Cloudy Hostin. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the one that has some slaveholders.
The one that has a slaveholder. Her mom is literally a slaveholder. Yeah, that one.
She was a slaveholder. I don't know if you guys seen this one before, man, but check this out. I thought this was absolutely phenomenal. And I applaud Stephen A. for doing this to Joy Behar and The View. Check this out.
He's only been in office for 6 weeks. Seems like 6 years, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. And he's been going around with his cronies touting his so-called landslide and blowout win. But he won the popular vote by 1.5%, one of the smallest ever. And he won the general election by less than 50%. So what kind of mandate is this really?
Well, it is a mandate, and I'm going to explain why. And I don't mind the question, but let me be very clear. I'm no supporter of Trump. I'm a supporter of truth and the facts. And here's the facts. The man won every swing state. He increased in terms of his voter turnout in his favor from the standpoint of blacks, Latinos, and young voters. He increased his numbers in that regard from 2020. 89% of the counties shifted to the right. That's a mandate. We can sit up there and play around all we want to. In 2020, Trump didn't win the popular vote. He didn't win the electoral college vote. A matter of fact, the Republicans hadn't won the popular vote, if I remember correctly, since 2004. But they did this year. So 20 years after they last won a popular vote, they won the popular vote. They won the electoral college vote. The man won every swing state. And on top of it all, 89% of the counties shifted gifts. I don't understand how people can look at that and say, there's no mandate. There's a mandate.
Well, it's a different definition of a mandate, I guess.
But the problem is that if you're the Democratic Party and you lost 49.8% to 48.3%, and you're looking at that 1.5% dip, that's an excuse for you to say, what we did really wasn't that bad. We should continue to do that. No, don't continue to do it. Find a new strategy.
I thought that was beautiful.
I mean,
that was beautiful.
I love a person that gets excited like that, because that's literally what I do. Like, I start to shake, and because you can't believe how deranged it is. Like, you start to shake. Like, are y'all not seeing this? Like, y'all don't read. You don't read. Okay.
Yeah. And Joy Behar tried to downplay it because it was not as high.
Joy Behar tries to downplay everything. That's her problem. She doesn't know anything. She for the life of me, I have to look up things. Right? I don't have a producer. They have producers and they're still wrong. Like, how does that happen? Like everybody is deranged. Like y'all need just to hire some Trump people. Maybe y'all need to do it remotely so you don't have to be around them. But you need to do something because everything that they're talking about is false.
It most
All
certainly
of it.
is, but they're speaking with their hearts. You know what I mean? They just want to appease the ladies. Like Stephen A made a phenomenal point. But guess what? No applause. They're not here to applaud anything but what they're told to applaud to. Like if we are not talking about the same propaganda that circulates in this echo chamber called the view, and we don't give you permission to clap, then don't you dare put them damn hands together. They are worse than the Democrats who were sitting at the Trump's address last night. They were just sitting there. He was cooking. He let them know, yo, he won the young
No,
people. He won the black people. He won the popular vote. He won like the Republicans. Everybody was running. They won swing
He won
states.
everybody, and to lose chat. I am a part of the 8%. I'm a part of the 40%, the Latino vote. I'm a part of the indigenous vote. Okay. I'm a part of the hell. I'm half Polish. I'm a part of the white women that voted. Okay. I don't care what you want to say. At the end of the day, I did not vote for that woman over there. That woman over there. That's her name. Because you have to be deranged to do that. Like you have to be literally deranged. There's nothing that woman offered. She kept talking about moving forward. On what? It took her almost 3 months to actually get something up on a website. Stephen A knows what he's talking about. And let's be clear, that this is where, that you might get your wish. They might be mad at me. Let's be clear. Stephen A is a man. Okay. And in liberal world, men tend to be more logical than women.
Amen. Somebody look at that. Look at God. Men are more logical women.
No.
So once you sit back and make
liberals,
us damage,
liberals tend to be illogical. But when you have the logical ones, it tends to be the men because they tend to think more logically instead of emotionally. That's what I said.
Okay, I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right. Well, Stephen A sometimes do not make the best. Sometimes what he says out of his mouth, it seems like he's playing on both sides of the fence. To me, because he realizes that this new lane of politics serves him a little better than the sports lane. When he started,
he realizes that the black community, if he doesn't toe the liberal line, they're going to call him a coon, sell out, all of that good stuff. And a lot of people care about that. I don't care about that.
Yeah. I'm still a little. I still got like 2 toes in that little water. I actually can't. No, don't call me that. Don't call me that. But he was having a conversation with Candace, a one-on-one, and Candace cooked him to the point where he had to say, "Yo, this was on his show." He had to say, "You know what? You're absolutely right." I don't know if you've seen this before, y'all, but hit the like button if you have not already. That's the only price of admission for these live streams. Ain't nobody telling y'all to go in y'all little pockets and throw a nickel or a dime over here. Ain't nobody saying that. I'm just telling you to hit the like button. Is that too much to ask? Don't make me jump through the screen.
A suit. As soon as he gets out of the car, Trump's like, well, he's dressed up. This should let you know. This should signal to the public that what he's doing is an act. Why? Give me a scenario, a reason why he can't put on a suit. Even if you're in the midst of a war, why can't you put on a suit when you're coming to ask for money? Well, because he wants people to see him as a guy that's downtrodden in the trenches. And he's not that. This guy's been on the cover of Vanity Fair. He's been on the cover of Vogue. He's been on the cover of Forbes. He's doing photo shoots. He did a 3-hour podcast with Lex Friedman. He asked and was declined a spot to go to the Oscars a couple of years ago. And so this is making a mockery.
Damn.
It's just making him put on a suit.
See, this is why people got to be careful about messing with you, because I was getting ready to disagree with you until you threw out those last things. I didn't know he tried to go to the Oscars. I didn't know he tried to be on the cover of Vogue. I didn't know that stuff, Candace. I honestly didn't know. Okay, that does change it a little bit.
And he is a literal actor, by the way. In a suit. As soon as he gets out of the car.
And comedian and wannabe singer and many other things. Zelensky is a performer, and something that reason why we brought this up is because not only because of Stephen A. in the conversation, he was just now speaking with Joy Behar and the crew on The View, but y'all know the meeting that just now happened between Trump, Vance, and Zelensky, and a lot of people on the left continue to say that it was the most unprofessional, disgusting thing that they've ever seen between our president and another world leader. And why was he trying to ask that man, when is he going to put on a suit? It's so super disrespectful. All Candace was simply saying was, when he goes to a show or a party, he dresses up. When he goes to somebody's fancy podcast, he dress up. He'll put on a suit if he feel like he has to. But when he comes to beg for money, beg for bread on his knees, trying to act as if we haven't done enough, and he's not going to thank us for it. As a matter of fact, I thank you, but it's like, you know what I mean? I'm just thank you so you get out my face. We can move on to the how much this check y'all gonna write me. And when he was saying that, the Democrats was just constantly saying how disrespectful Trump was, and Candace was simply just letting him know, when he wants to dress up, that nigga dress up. But this time, he want to look like he's tough, and he's right after he leave here, he about to go put on a helmet and pick up a gun and get out there on the front lines with the other Ukrainian soldiers.
Do you mean the Ukrainian soldiers that he snatches up off the street? Do you mean the young men that he's taking out of restaurants and that are going to rock concerts? Those young soldiers? Because let's be clear, like Zelensky is a plant. Okay. The United States did a coup to get the former Ukrainian president up out of there, and they replaced him with Zelensky. So Zelensky does what the EU and the United States says. Point blank, period. There's nothing else. There's nothing else that he's going to do, which is the reason why he had all of that for JD Vance, because he's used to it being, a thing that he knows how it's going to go.
In office for
Sorry.
He knows how it's going to go already. So if you already know how it's going to go, there's really no need for you to do, all the rigmarole. You already know how it's going to go. Trump is a whole different beast.
Yo, did you just now say rigmarole?
Yes.
That is like so 1920, probably 1870.
Yes. I was raised by elderly people.
Yeah, rigmarole.
Yes. The silent generation and baby boomers. That's what I was raised by.
Did they used to say stuff like doohickey?
They used to say a lot of stuff.
Scallywag?
Everybody always says I talk like I'm a granny because I say child a lot.
Now, my bad. I just heard you say rigmarole and I got thrown a little off. But you're right. I'm just now learning about Zelensky and all those people. I'm just now learning about all the parties to be, the potential plants, and how our money is funneled from one country, one nation to another through whatever organization that we create to do so. I'm just now learning all that. But
and through the governments that we overthrow. Now, the person that has overthrown the most would be your beloved Barack Obama. Barack Obama put a lot of things in place, and it was able to go through because it's covert, because for the life of me, people don't want to be called racist.
So he
was able to get a lot of things through.
So they use Obama so that he couldn't be called racist, because you can't call a black man racist.
But he's only black to who? Right? Because in this country, they have a problem here. Okay. They have a serious problem with race here in this country. Everything is black. Okay. Everything. However, everybody knows DNA. You don't get into that Oval Office unless you have the DNA of the king. And Barack Obama has the DNA of the king. And I mean, the European king. Okay. So therefore, Barack Obama is of them, and to y'all, he's black. So it's a win for win. I get to appease this side, but they know what it really is. 2 for 1.
2 for 1's always good, especially if you're a capitalist. Everybody want a twofer. Can y'all stop glazing this young lady, please? Talking about
Why are you hating?
I mean, they can say, you know what, she making some great points and leave it at that.
No, Barack Obama is a sleeper cell. I mean, a lot of the times when, and people have to learn, like, war, right? A lot of the times when people used to actually go to war, the first thing that they would do is they would mix with the people.
Right.
Because you would have a sleeper cell. So, essentially, Barack Obama does what one side wants him to do, and he's able to appeal to the other side.
And not offend anybody.
Yeah.
And not offend anybody. He's all right. So clearly you have checked all the boxes. You done your thing again.
Stop it.
They did not get mad at you like I wanted them to.
I tried.
Yeah, all right. Whatever.
I tried.
All right. Well, you did a good job, young lady.
It.
You did a good job. What else did I want to talk to you about? Because I'm not gonna have you too long.
6 weeks. Seems like
did I talk to you about Candace Owens? I already talked to you about Candace. Oh, one other thing. Stephen A. What? So, did you hear about Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, and Schumer reading the same exact message to the Democratic Party? And they was talking about how Trump was dangerous and all this other stuff. And I was pissed off because I came across this. It was a small video where they showed those three saying the exact same thing in different rooms, different wherever they are. And they all had a microphone saying the exact same thing. And then somebody said, what do you mean? It was like 20 something people that did this.
Oh,
apparently,
with the little mics, and they all were holding them like this.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't listen to what they were saying, but I saw it. It came across my feed, and I couldn't bring myself to listen to it.
Well, check this out. Stephen A. addressed it because he caught it and he thought it was extremely disingenuous, as I did as well. I thought it was extremely disingenuous. I need y'all to see this right here. I don't know if y'all have seen this one, but he got like 22 people. I see. Well, I can't. If I go down there, I probably can't name it. Not Angela also Brooks. No, we got Angela also Brooks.
Stupid lady from Maryland. Go ahead.
Oh my gracious.
Now you see why Stephen A. Smith was in the polls as a presidential candidate? See what I'm talking about? You see that idiocy right there? You talk about something, people being tone deaf. Why the hell would 22 Democratic senators be literally echoing the same thing and think that would resonate with the American people? All it shows is that the same fabric of our democracy is unchanging in the eyes of some of these officials, and as a result, the constituency they represent, which is why Donald Trump is in office. What, do I have to come up to Capitol Hill and give you lessons? Seriously, you don't get it? All you did, Elizabeth Warren, Cory Booker, Chuck Schumer. Let's all get together. Let's put this in a prompter, and all together, albeit in separate rooms, we'll grab a microphone and say the same damn thing. And that's what's going to resonate with the American people. And then you wonder why you're no longer in power. You wonder why Trump is in the White House.
I mean, what are they going to do? The only other person they have is, Ratchet Crockett. And all she's going to say is Trump's palling around with Putin.
Trump love him some Putin.
Nah, see, See that reasoning. Now you understand. Now you understand. See my point. My point. What kind of reasoning is it? Look at it. He has that reasoning. That's why it fits so well. You wouldn't blink.
You wouldn't even blink
Nope.
because he has that same
He
understanding
has
as
that same reasoning. Y'all know what it is.
No, but I thought it was amazing that he did that. I see somebody saying that Stephen A is a grifter too. Honestly, I'm gonna let y'all know this. When it comes to that word grifter, I do know that there are a bunch of people who are actual grifters, who are, don't really have a stance, don't take a stance at all. And I said, and I just now discussed that just for a moment, that I think that Stephen A is very intentional with how he manipulates the stories and everything that goes out and his positions and points. But like Mika pointed out as well, a lot of his friends, people who are high up there that he hang out with and are in rooms with, he don't want to ruin that by completely stepping over to the right and saying, I disagree with everything that you guys think vehemently on that side. He can't do that. That would be his whole livelihood, his whole life. He want to still be invited to events thrown by his favorite basketball player in the world, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. If he does take that stance and say I'm Trump every day, all day, I believe everything that they're saying over there more than the Democrats, and he can't do that. Then
Wait. You talking about Magic Johnson or Michael Jordan? Because Michael Jordan definitely is a Trumper.
No, I'm talking about Stephen A.
No, but I'm saying his favorite basketball player is who?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan is definitely a Trumper.
You ever see him say something about some MAGA? You ever
see him say something about Kamala?
If you did, you can share it with me.
You see him say something about Kamala? Okay.
I'm thinking.
And the left says there are no good billionaires. So, except for George Soros to them. Now, meanwhile, you have Magic Johnson coming out for Kamala, but I understand why. I mean, if he doesn't, the left will just tell everybody that he no longer has, what he says he has.
He probably, man, please. And plus Magic Johnson, one of Magic Johnson's sons look just like this picture of Don Lemon. Bald headed reason.
So he's beholden to a lot, right? And then you got to remember, a lot of these people put him in a position to have all those theaters and all those little spots. So he's intertwined with them. But Michael Jordan, please, nah.
Well, all I will say is Stephen A is not really ready to give up his celebrity card just yet. He's having too much fun. What he's doing is he letting them know I am a journalist. That's how he wants to present himself. I am a journalist, an objective journalist, non-biased. Although I tell y'all who I voted for and who I stand with and what I think about this, that, and the third.
Although I tell you who I'm biased about. But
yeah. But he know that he has to do that for a side. Like, you don't have to do that if you're a conservative. You don't have to say, but I didn't vote for it. You ain't got to do all that. You can just be open-minded.
But you also don't have to do that just to be, in circles. Most of the music industry is liberal. Very, very much so. It's never bothered me. Doesn't matter. Right? But a lot of these people, they don't have integrity. So they're not willing to stand on it. They're not willing to possibly lose their spot. That's why they end up where they are. Teetering the line. Because let's be clear, Stephen A appears dumber than he is. He would say a lot more.
My gracious,
but then he would never, and I do mean never, go back on the View. He's skating on thin ice right now.
Sheesh.
They
I
even
understand.
called him up.
I understand what you're saying. I understand exactly what you're saying. I understand. He never, but that's how people like Joy Behar fall into his traps because they think that you think like me. And he's like, no, no, I don't. I do not think like you. Let's back that up just a little bit. I voted for
Right.
Kamala like you did, but not me, gang, not me.
I think he's lying. I don't think he voted for Kamala at all.
I don't think he voted for Kamala either. I don't either. I don't either.
necessarily think he voted for Donald Trump, but I don't think he voted for Kamala either.
I think the only reason why I would think that he wouldn't vote for Trump is so that he wouldn't come off as a liar. That's it. But I think that he supported Trump more than he supported Kamala.
I'm going to tell you right now. Stephen A. knows daggone well he did not vote for Kamala. He just wants to keep that audience.
I'm sorry, this right here.
I can't unsee it.
You know where this came from, right?
Huh?
You know where this came from?
No, what?
This came.
Oh yeah, is that the lady from Wicked?
Well, where now I'm talking about the inspiration of the video. I mean, of the picture. It came from the picture of
Oh, Whoopi.
Whoopi.
Hefty. Hold on. What?
I don't know why they put it on this day. See, that's not nice. I didn't mean to show it on this. I apologize. Whoopi, I apologize. If you see this show, I don't.
Why are you apologizing? For what?
I'm apologizing to Whoopi, man. I didn't know I was. It's not nice.
For what? Whoopi don't apologize.
Oh my gracious. Oh my God.
Is that Stacey?
I think that's Stacey Abrams. That's Stacey Abrams. Y'all just messed up. And the picture, oh my God, that's y'all just ridiculous.
X is hilarious.
Y'all are ridiculous, man.
Oh my God.
Y'all Kamala phobes. That's what y'all are.
That's funny. I can't front. That's funny.
Anyway, but
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah,
It's
that's
hilarious. But I'm just saying, look, we were talking about
Wait a
that
minute.
earlier.
wait, this is racist. Did you hear this?
What?
Listen to this. This is an actual video. Listen to this. Tell me this ain't racist.
Yeah. No, it's not racist, but I know exactly what they're trying to say. So a lot of y'all, okay, and I know people who are guilty of this, and it irks my last nerve, is that the fire alarms not changing the battery? Is that right?
Yeah, the smoke
What is-
detector. Yes.
Yeah, the fire, yeah. Yeah.
That's in
changing the
every
battery.
black person's video, ain't it? That's ridiculous.
I swear, all you hear is beep. It's like, oh my, all you gotta do is just get a stool and change the battery.
And that's it.
And you know who I hear it in the most? Women. That's how I know when they single.
As long, well, the women,
If they
as long
say
as
I
she
got
not,
a man, if they say I got a man, and I hear a beep, I'm like, no, you don't. No,
only
you
thing she
don't.
got to do is know how to twerk. She get a man real quick.
No, you don't. Well, she's not twerking right either. And the fact that I knew what that was tells you that everybody understands this thing. Everybody understands that this is a problem. It's a problem. Send that to me. Send that to me.
I will. Oh my
I'm gonna post
gracious.
it in my stories and watch. Everybody knows what it is. Everybody.
Yeah, everybody knows what that is. Oh Lord. I'm sorry, guys. Look, sometimes things go a little off the rails over here on out. Okay.
That thing is hilarious.
It's just ridiculous. I just don't know why they're showing this though. That's just not nice. That's not nice.
Those nails are horrendous.
Yeah, they look horrible. They look horrible.
A lot of girls think that looks good though.
You know, you're homophobic if you don't think he looks fabulous.
Okay.
So
I look, I know plenty of people all across the aisle. When patience loves, unwilling, allowed to. Yeah. I know people all across the aisle, and I'm going to tell you right now, they don't even agree with, how they do the LGBTQIA plus comma apostrophe. They don't like it either.
yeah, I know, because they overdo every damn thing. It's like, sheesh. Now we're gonna change the pronouns. Now we're gonna do this. Now we're gonna do that. Just ridiculous.
That's crazy. It's crazy,
And
but at the end of the day, I mean, we as the people gotta get it out. If we don't say nothing, then it keeps going.
I agree.
That's why Donald Trump is here, so we can get it
I
out.
agree 1,000%. I agree 1,000%. And for everybody that feel like you got something that's holding you back, something that's holding you down, making you feel like a victim, get rid of that sugar honey iced tea. All right, because then you're gonna be actively ignoring anything that can bring you away from that sickness, just simply because you like feeling that way. You just, I don't know. People love a crutch. Thank you so much for the super chats. Edder Scissor Hands. Oh yeah, that's old school.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's old school. You
It's
just told your
crazy.
age with that one, Shane. All right, gang.
Everybody's seen that movie, young, old. Everybody's seen that movie.
Have you ever seen Howard the Duck?
Who?
Exactly. Have you anybody out there, please let me know in the comments with a thumbs up that you've seen Howard the Duck or The Navigator or The Labyrinth. Those were 3 of my favorite movies coming up. Yes, as a black man in America.
1975.
Did you just now Google that?
Nah, I just guessed.
You really never seen Howard the Duck, bro? I mean,
I don't
sis,
know what you're talking about. That's
you
why I'm
need-
asking.
you need to see Howard the Duck, bro. That's what you need to see. Hey.
They be clowning in these chats.
See, they tell you how amazing you are, and this is what they say to me. Y'all see this? I'm about to go in this stream and cry in silence. I love y'all, man. Y'all are so dope. All right, guys. So, do you have anything to take them up out of here, Mika? You good?
Huh?
Do you have anything else for the people before we rock out, before we move? Howard the Duck is a staple. You better come on, let her know. Let's go. People don't know, man. Howard the Duck, The Labyrinth. Let's go. Those are real movies.
The staple for my generation is Bring It On and Home Alone.
Oh, gracious. She's a baby. Guys. Most of us was teenagers when Home Alone came out.
Yeah, nah.
Okay, y'all just been disrespectful. Next time, I'm not gonna open up any more.
The cat is sending me. The cat is sending me. The cat is the arrogance of it all. Look. Oh,
all right, guys. So anybody that's looking to start a YouTube channel, make sure y'all check out this ad that comes on right after we leave. But I do want to say thank you to everybody who pulled up, participated in the chat, was respectful to one another, not necessarily respectful to me. I already know what it is. You know what I mean? I take it as racism. You take it as whatever you want to take it as. You know what I mean? That's just how I look at it. All right. If you white and you say something mean to me, I take it as racism. Quit tripping like Scottie Pippen. Who said? See, I should spend the rest of this daggone time. That was so corny. But you know what? Since you super chatted it, I'm gonna let you breathe.
you leave him alone.
I'm gonna let him breathe because that was a super chat. But I appreciate you. You know what I mean? You can practice your comedy over here. It's beautiful. All right, guys, y'all have an amazing day. I will see all of my people at 8 o'clock tonight inside of the private group call. And for everybody else, I will probably see you all a little later with another live stream with just me. I know, right? Yeah, now you have an excuse not to come because Mika's not going to be here. Jerks. Love y'all. See y'all in the next one. Y'all have a good one. Peace. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have, trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing, we have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.